Every day, I wake up, and I thank God that I'm American, because when I see how stupid Europeans actually are, it boggles my mind. Holy crap. I know that's a hell of a way to start today, but we just had, apparently, the chief of the EU, that absolute moron, what, Van der Leyen or Linden or whatever? Ursula von der Leyen just said that getting rid of all of our nuclear power was a strategic mistake. No! No, really? Oh! Oh, no, it was a great idea to keep funding Russia's war machine instead. Oh, wow. Holy shit. Oh my god. Next, you're going to tell me it's a bad idea to stick a gun in your mouth and pull the trigger. Holy shit. What new great insights will we get from the Europores today? Holy crap. Oh, I can't even begin. These people are so stupid. I can't. They can't be serious. They can't be. You just can't. You can't be. You're not an actual fucking country. Europe doesn't actually fucking exist. It's a fucking fever dream of the worst mashup of mental illness out there. Just, oh my god. It's not real. Oh. Holy crap. Can you imagine how Trump must feel every day knowing that, well, not only are the left, like, retarded, but that Europe might genuinely be the biggest lodestone around the neck of American exceptionalism out there in existence? Our allies are so fucking stupid. And you just look at them like, holy mother of God. Oh. Oh, wow. Everybody with a functioning brain could have told you that was a bad idea, and you did it anyways. And your reasoning you did it was, the flowers. The flowers are pretty. Can we just, like... Can we just get rid of... Can we just get rid of all of them, please? Just every one of them? Every single one of them. Just be gone, please? Holy crap. I just can't... I can't even believe... I can't even believe it. Oh my god. I don't even know. I mean, I get Europe is stupid in general, right? I understand why. They're so used to the United States doing everything for them anyways, that they don't have to think. But oh my god. The United States does everything for us anyways. They pay for our entire military, do all the research and funding, like, for everything in the medical industry as well. Like, there's no reason for us to do anything. We don't even need to make our own energy sector. We're gonna outsource that shit. Oh, maybe that was a bad idea. No, really? Holy crap. I know you guys are like 50 years behind militarily and technologically, but you wouldn't think that your leadership would be 5-year-olds. Oh my god. Right. Well, we're starting off on a great note. A very, very positive note. Let's get into a movie that I have mixed feelings about. So, I'm going to agree more with the IMDb page here on this one. I decided to watch this film called Werewolves Within. After a proposed pipeline creates divisions within the small town of Beaverfield, and a snowstorm traps its residents together inside the local inn, newly arrived forest ranger Finn, Sam Richardson, and postal worker Cecily, Milana, I'm not going to try it because I'm just going to fuck up the last name, must try to keep the peace and uncover the truth. This was apparently partially funded by Ubisoft. I shit you not. In fact, let me prove this to you. Oh, shut up. Shut up. Network connectivity, my ass.
Should have packed our snowshoes.
What? People do that?
You know, fun fact, not only is it the oldest, but remains one of the most effective means of traversing the ice.
Wow. Yeah, you're gonna fit right in at Beaverfield.
Yeah.
Everything here is a little questionable. Ranger! The people. The weather. Everything.
Oh.
Ranger?
See? I'm not kidding. It's not a fever dream. So, it has, unfortunately, it has the woke mind rot in it, which is very annoying, but there are genuine moments that this is hilarious. Right?
You look like you just seen a corpse.
Well, the roads are effed, and something's wrong with the generator.
Which generator?
All of them.
Can't get on the internet.
Also, there's a dead body under your porch.
Holy!
Probably a wolf.
What are you, like a wolf detective now, Marcus?
Who knows? When it's gonna kill next?
I think we can all agree that it's unsafe outside, and there's safety in numbers. Out of curiosity, who is packing? Well, we're having a good old-fashioned sleepover.
With guns, though.
With guns, yes.
Everything about this predator is unorthodox. It's not human. It's not canine. It's one of them.
One of what? A what?
A werewolf.
How could it gotten in here?
Yeah, exactly. That's what it feels like, right? We suck at making games, so let's try movies.
Get out.
So again, I'm torn on this because, again, it has the mind rot in it. It has the mind virus nonsense in it. But there are moments in this that's genuinely funny, and it's one of those things where they're not sending the message they think they're sending in a lot of the scenes in this movie. Like, at all.
Who says it got out?
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm a werewolf.
Maybe you're a werewolf. Maybe you're a werewolf. You're a werewolf. You're a werewolf. You're a werewolf. Maybe we're all werewolves.
Are we really in a Mexican standoff right now?
Baby, don't say Mexican. Just stand up.
See? It's shit like that, right? That's the cringe shit that's in it, too. But then there are actually genuinely, like, funny moments. So it's like, it's infected. It's infected with, like, terrible cringe like that. And, again, those two characters are not presented as, like, positive people. They're presented as, like, up their own ass, city slickers, like, too rich for their own good. Too rich, too stupid to survive. That's how they're presented in the story. So it's very weird. Also, the hardcore right-leaning couple, like, the Republican voters are... one's treated as a crazy dog lady who wants to be a craftsperson really bad, make their own little knick-knack store. And the other one is treated as an adulterous, like, idiot. It's really fucking... It's strange. Because it's like, that's not typical of their values. Like, I don't understand what you're getting at here. It's...
You know, we're probably just gonna head out.
You have moments like this. This is not the humor that's in all of it. This is the humor they decided to showcase. But you have moments like this, right?
You go ahead, please. Don't spare me.
Please don't bother the
Spare
lock.
me. I think I
Oh
couldn't
my
do that
goodness, I
myself.
could have gotten it.
Yeah. Again, that's pretty meh. That's pretty, like, cringy humor. But then, like I said, it has genuinely, like, funny moments in it. It's not a diamond in the rough. It's what's a way to put it? It's a cubic zirconium with delusions of grandeur. I think that's more accurate. Like, it's... It's a thing that exists, right? Oh. It exists. That's what can be said about it. I unfortunately think we need to experience it in a movie night at some point. Which, actually, that's the thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. I'm thinking, I want to watch that one werewolf movie. I want to watch the one we found the other day that actually looked, like, genuinely funny. It had some of the cringy millennial humor. I don't understand. It's funny, I am part of the millennial generation, just barely eked in right there at the start. And I don't understand millennial humor. I really don't. Oh, he's right behind me, isn't he? It's like, again, that's not funny. Like, but in Deadpool 2, he's right behind you, isn't he? That's funny because obviously the guy saying it could see what's behind them. Like, Deadpool could see what's behind them. He knows what's there. That's what makes it funny. This just playing it straight, like, there are ships right behind me, aren't there? Well, uh-huh. It's like, Yes. The inability to take anything seriously also is brutal. It's like, why? Why do you do this? Why do you do this? Where's my... I swear they had like a button where you could just look at your list of stuff. Because I saved it on there. I can't remember what the werewolf movie I wanted to watch was called. So I was thinking about watching it today with you guys on the Discord. Oh, here we go. Watch list. Why is it that button now? Okay, Shaky Shivers. That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah. Shaky Shivers. someone pulled a gun on you IRL, you would not quip and monologue. It's no different for your character. Yeah. I can understand if people do like a nervous little like thing where they quickly like say something because their brain is currently processing danger, danger, danger. I get that. But you wouldn't be like so quippy and flippant all the time. You know what I mean? That's like the start of the situation. And then as you settle into, okay, this is the current normal I'm working with here, you don't continue the quippiness. You don't continue the, I'm going to tell some jokey jokes right now while a guy's threatening to blow my head off. Oh, I never watched Guy Ritchie's The Covenant. I need to watch that at some point, too. Yeah, again, I can understand that as, like, the start of it. You know, as the person's brain is wrapping itself around the situation they're in. I can understand that. There are people that have those, like, nervous laughs, or they have those moments where they blurt something out because they're so off kiltered. Like their brain hasn't switched into the this is deadly serious mode. Their brain is currently switching into the what the fuck mode. As they're trying to process what the hell is happening. Like that I understand. I can understand that as a bit. But again, that doesn't carry through once the brain has finished transitioning into the this is deadly serious mode. It's Hudson. Hudson from Aliens is a good example. He's the jokey jokester, and he even tries to crack wise a little bit at the start, but then, like, once he goes into like, no, this is deadly fucking serious, his jokes, like, fall away, and he spirals into, like, a depressive state. Oh. Anyways. Alright, chat. I didn't get too much more written. 7 more pages of Piercing the Veil. I guess I got more written than I thought I did. And I did a little bit of rewrites on the ending we got last time, so I will continue from there. And we will do stuff. So I think after the stream, at the normal 3 o'clock time, I'm going to do... we're going to watch... Shaky Shivers and see how that is, because we've already got the month of videos for Saturday Showtime already laid out for us, right? So I can't really like slot this in, and I'm curious. I'm morbidly curious on it because it actually looked like it had some genuinely good humor in it. I am praying that it is not the only humor in the entire thing, and that's why they put it in the trailer. Because how many times have we seen that happen, too? Oh, my God. Alright. Oh? And what's so funny, you two? Kenneth's eyes turned to look at her, and he was suddenly shocked out of his feedback loop. Here stood a strikingly tall woman, clearly at least 6 feet. 6 foot, which is what that should be. And the definition of a mother figure. She had aged with incredible grace, and with a beautiful face that had purple eyes, a rarity that came from the kingdom of Sahir originally. Her skin was fair in complexion, and she had black hair that was lightly showing some grays along it. Ah, fuck. Kenneth, meet Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, Kenneth Ashwood. Good to meet you, ma'am. What a delightful young man. Jasmine Alari. Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Ashwood. I keep the bellies fed around here. Well, save for Father Rose, but he is trying. Ken raised a brow and looked at Theo, but Will-O-Wisp continued. The man's fears food. I don't mind you. but only food he hasn't personally prepared. Perhaps Father Rose could explain it himself, but he has been getting better. He takes nibbles on the food now, at least. 20 years of progress. It's slow, but something. I still feel bad for Schrade. It's so uncommon. Maybe I should put his is so uncommon. His is so uncommon that exposure therapy would be dangerous for the exposee. What's his fear? Will-O-Wisp and Snake Charmer both looked at each other before they collectively grimaced a little, which made Ken start to retreat back. You don't have to tell me if it's that bad. It isn't that, Kenny. It's just, it sounds absurd at first, almost comical, but then we heard the details about it. Ken, I had nightmares for a month straight. I have to agree with Theo. Dear, the fears each of us have is there for a good reason. Even if it sounds farcical, keep that in mind, all right? Jasmine took Ken's hand and patted them lightly before she took in a deep breath. Now, I suppose I can make another plate, if you'll be joining us, dear. We're only just about to have lunch. This was something he hadn't expected, but why wouldn't he? Normal people eat all the time. Plus getting out from the clinical sustenance, as would best describe the asylum's food, to have a normal meal? That idea itself already lifted his spirits far more than he expected. The mood was so heightened that he only briefly had a moment's pause when he saw the strange little things now sticking their heads up out of the soup pot. Yet it was clear Jasmine had seen his strange expression and turned to look back. Oh, damn it all. I know you think you're helping, but people don't like seeing you two swimming in their food. She let go of his hands and quickly rushed back towards the kitchen, where she hastily shooed the creatures out. Both of these looked like tiny little dragons, and one even stuck its tongue out at her and blew a raspberry before zipping around and out. This made Ken look to Theo for some further guidance. The neighbors mean well at times. Those two specifically, especially, like to assist and will actually add flavor to the food. Old, and I mean really old myths back in antiquity, long before the world found out dragons were real, held that there were magical little food dragons that affected the taste of things. Ancient peoples got it into their heads that dragons would use their breath to heat great cooking pots and cauldrons before making meals for themselves, and so myth shaped reality in a sense. Is that like people with curses? Theo offered a broad, if crooked, smile and patted Ken on the back firmly. You really do catch on well, Kenny. It's the same basic concept. Foundational beliefs can slowly shape a spirit into being, and said neighbor will have tangential connection to that original belief. But don't start this whole idea of shared beliefs making reality. They merely offer an influence. Father Rose really should talk to you about that more. But I did offer you a chance to speak to the Beyond before, didn't I? Yes, absolutely. Ken glared at the man, which made Theo raise his hands up. Calm down a moment. Again, it isn't a guarantee it will happen. I'll take you to the reflection room, and you can give it a shot. Barring that the one you are contacting got snatched by the hells, they'll come eventually. Took me 3 tries before my grandfather appeared, but you could get lucky. This made the burned man more nervous than he was before, and thus his face dipped back towards a more passive state. So the hells are real? Yeah, unfortunately. As I said, no amount of belief will change that fact. The majority of the world already doesn't believe they exist beyond proverbs or fairy tales to instill morals in children. But they are very real and very dangerous. Even our neighbors are in conflict with them at all times, and that does not mean you could trust all of them. There are wicked spirits out there, and though they aren't aligned with the hells, far from it actually, they aren't good either. The spirits don't want to be ensnared by the hells, nor do they want to truly give up their freedom, yet they cannot resist their nature entirely. A spirit of violence, murder, rape, hatred, terror, or any myriad other ills are out there. They aren't all the exact same thing, but such fears influence the neighbors and generate such entities. You may find a neighbor that feeds on terror who helps you, but they want to suckle upon your fears for sustenance. A spirit of violence can be a powerful boon in conflict, but will demand you sate their needs for brutality to keep them fed. You gonna tell me rape has a positive somehow? Theo rolled his eyes and shook his head. Oh, of course not. But my point is, these neighbors, these spirits, exist, but aren't associated with the hells at all. You'll know if the hells are involved. They're on an entirely different level of bad. Demons are real. Mahako's shrine has been fortunate enough to never face one, but other hunters have. The details of those fights are forever recorded in the spirit net, and they are the stuff of true horror. Do not be swayed by anything a demon tempts and offers. While a spirit could be conversed with, even the most deplorable of them, a demon cannot. Demons use words not to engage but to manipulate and corrupt. That is their only reason for existing. Ken was rather confused and thus started to voice his confusion, but Theo stopped him. It's a common thought. If the hells exist, places like the shifting hells of lust must exist. Surely these demons of lust would get along with the spirit of rape, right? No, quite the opposite, actually. Because demons cannot suffer the fact that someone else is indulging in the sin they hold more than they themselves are. Let me put a breath comma there. Demons of lust take perverse pleasure in torturing and brutalizing such spirits. They tempt us not to make another being of lust, but to add a new outlet for their own vices to be inflicted upon something else. It is the same for all the hells, even the one the gods have rendered silent. Wrath, even without its voice or temptations, still oozes and corrupts those without discipline to resist the freedom of frenzy. I understand this is a dark turn in our conversations, but... Theo is right, dear. It's a heavy topic, but this needs to be made clear from the beginning. No matter what a demon does or says or how it acts, they cannot be redeemed or reasoned with. Jasmine's voice was calm, and her demeanor was clearly stoic in her stiff stance, and eyes that stared into Ken's own. Do not make the fatal mistake of giving empathy to a thing that never will. A lot of hunters fall to that trap, and the suffering that comes from it is truly a cruel thing. I don't understand fully, but I suppose I'm naive to this life and what it actually entails. I promise that I'll take your words, both of your words, to heart. This brought a smile to Jasmine's face, who stepped forward and lightly patted him on the head. Good, dear. Now, run along, and I wish you good fortunes in the reflections. This was Theo's cue to get Ken moving, as the pair started walking further into the base. As they left, though, a single glance cast back showed that Jasmine was holding her face, while a pair of little dragons ran around and rolled in some of the food. This brought Ken to the topic of her in particular. What fear does Will-O-Wisp have? I suppose she didn't say, but for sake of keeping her from freaking out, masks. Some men and women broke into her home, beat her near to death in a robbery. Masks are what she associated directly with that moment, so... I get you. It's good to know to try to avoid causing problems. Down the hall, they came to a gym filled to the brim with equipment, and it was currently in use by 2 more people inside the base. One of them was a rather short man who had his shirt off and faced away from the door. On his back were multiple lines as if a grill where skin had melted and fused into scars. He was also bald, though from the back it was made more clear it was not by a pure choice, as some of the skin of his head was itself scar tissue. Standing in front of the man, currently being cheered on in fact, was another who fit nearly every definition of a tank more than a human. He had to be at least 6'10", with incredibly broad shoulders and musculature that bulged out. He had blonde hair that was pulled back into a knot, with a beard that was tied into 3 strands with a bead on each. He also had piercing blue eyes that looked from the man cheering him on towards the newcomers at the door, which made him set down the weights back on the rack with 3 wheels on each side. Theo confidently strolled inside as the shorter man turned and looked back, his burnished gold eyes looking first at Theo and then to Ken, who offered a wave of his hand as he came in. "Hey, Billy boy. Glad to see you motivated back into the gym." "Fuck you very much, Snakey. Who's the shadow behind you?" The man sounded like an older brother, and the light stubble on his face highlighted some extra scar tissue. In the grand scheme of things, Kenneth got off lucky with the burns he had received in comparison. "Kenneth Ashwood." Billy Boy gladly extended his hand out and shook, which showed some of the extra scarring along said hands. Fix that real quick. "Bill Sandin. Looks like you're intimately familiar with fire as well." "I am. I assume it holds fear over you too?" "Yeah. Though getting better. I can at least handle people trying to smoke and even can be near a campfire now, assuming I have a fire extinguisher sitting next to me." Whoops. Yeah, fix that. "But such happens when your family literally tries to cook you alive." "Holy shit. Bill just nodded his head a few times, and this made Ken feel awkward. Burning building. I got lucky. Have a sear along my back. Fell down many stories, and that kept the burns lighter than you would expect." Yeah. Bill repeated before he stepped aside, and the giant of a man came forward and extended his own bare paw-sized hand. "Everett Garter. You could call me Brickhouse." Kenneth couldn't help but look up into the man's blue eyes and realize just how much taller he was. I could see why. "Starvation is mine. Long story in that, but got trapped for a time. Body started breaking down. I got lucky. A ranger was passing nearby when my liver was shutting down. He pulled me back from the brink." By the way, yes, intentional to have him also suffer the same fate that Victoria Vink suffered. Again, part of this is the whole thing of like, all these people have different fears and things like that, right? Different near-death experiences. But in the world, obviously, no, I'll myself explain it. I forgot. I put it in here too. So hold on. Man is now the sweat shed in human form. He plants the crops and tends to them out beneath the gaze of the divines. Do not let him get hungry. His mood rapidly changes. I'm sure he understands, Theo. Oh, I am working on it. Just don't ever let me get trapped somewhere. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I will quickly become a problem if that happens. No worries, big guy. I understand the feeling. Only been, awakened, as it were, for a year. I can't even handle a lighter. Gas stoves make me freak out. Just not a pleasant person to be around, if fire is involved. This is when Billy Boy stepped up and draped an arm over him, and despite the clear smell of a man that had been working out, Kenneth had to admit he didn't mind the show of camaraderie. No worries, Ken. I've been there before. Most hunter groups have people sharing a lot of the same fears or closely associated. Ours is a bit special. We used to have 2 people afraid of heights, but, well, he's on the other side properly now. I'd be happy to help guide you through dealing with this fear. I would appreciate that. There was a strange crackling sound that came from Ken's pocket, which Theo's focus snapped to instantly before his eyes went wide. Right. Well, don't let us interrupt. I'm going to take him over to the reflection room. The 2 others gave a nod of their head and a wave before getting back to the weights, while Theo veered Ken back out into the hall. He did not notice that Ken had made a gesture behind his back, and that the 2 men were hastily putting the weights up. As he did so, there was a chuckling sound that made him look around. Hey, Theo, did you hear that? Hear what? Snake Charmer was doing his best to keep his composure, but was starting to feel more antsy. Well, it's nothing, I think. The chuckling got a bit louder, and this then made Theo stop the pair in the hall. Hey, Kenny, do you have a cell phone on you or something? Oh, this? Yeah, Here, let me take that. You don't want any sort of distractions in the reflection room. There was a strange nervousness to Theo that made Ken apprehensive, but he started to hand it over anyways. Well, it doesn't have any power, so doubt it would have distracted me much. The words did not lighten Snake Charmer's disposition. In fact, he looked far more nervous after, and quickly shoved the phone in his own pocket. Oh, no. Oh, that's wrong. He quickly snatched the phone from his hand. There we go, that's better. Better safe than sorry, you go on ahead. I'm going to take this and meet up with Father Rose and Schrade, and, yeah, you enjoy yourself, all right? It's right down that hall. It's a bit of a walk, but not too far. Just underneath the Gate of the Divines. You're starting to freak me out right now, Theo. Can I have my phone back? Theo instead curled his hand and pulled it away with the phone before he looked sorrowfully at Ken. Okay, I'm sorry I'm freaking you out, but you need to trust me right now, okay? Behind Theo, Billy Boy went running back towards the garage, while Brickhouse started to move towards Snake Charmer and Ken himself. What's going on? The phone suddenly crackled to life, an impossibility only now recognized because of Ken's attention called back to it. Let's see if we can do this justice here.
Kenneth Ashwood. Hello, Kenny. A poor man who left her to die.
The voice sounded like a thing wrapped in static and delivered from the lungs of a veteran smoker. The harshness was not lessened, even as Theo freaked and dropped the phone in surprise.
No one is here, Ken. You are alone, 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 alone.
What? Kenneth could not turn himself away, even as Heiger came from his resting place to appear and desperately tried to get his attention.
You only thought of yourself. Had to get out. Get out. It was all you could think about, even as she called your name.
Theo was about to stamp on the cell phone, but Brickhouse grabbed him and pulled him to the side.
None of this is real, Kenny. You fell to your death. This is your hell, hell, hell. It's hell for you. You left her to burn while you crawled away.
The voice did not stop, and instead it began to cackle, with a laugh that could peel paint from the walls itself, dripping with enough malice to drown someone. That someone was not just Kenneth, but the little straw doll that was desperately trying to counter the malevolence, attempting to suffocate the warmth and good luck of the doll itself. Or, maybe we'll change that of Higer itself. I'll get Rose, Theo called out as he bolted down a corridor and away from Kenny, the last truly familiar face leaving him suddenly. It did little to ease the worry as the terrible signal started to creep into his thoughts, even clouding Brickhouse, who carefully eased past the phone and was making his way towards Ken. It was a betrayal of his sensibilities, though he did not understand that Theo was far faster, and thus the logical choice to get additional help here quicker.
You are all alone. None of them are real. They are the last desperate figments of a mind that knows it's sick. Clinging so desperately to the lie, are we, Mr. Ashwood?
The phone suddenly started to shift its pitch and tone before the laugh came back and the sound of the asylum speaker came to life.
Paging to Dr. Vance. Emergency. Mr. Ashwood is having a breakdown again. Breaking down. Breaking down. Get the jacket.
The laugh came again, and this time Brickhouse was trying to cover his eyes and tensing up as he took another step closer to Ken. For his part, Kenneth didn't move at all, as his own eyes remained locked on the phone before that too seemed to fade, and the floor was now made of wood in an apartment building on fire. This continued even as the little straw doll, shaking from the onslaught, tried to smack Ken's cheek and draw his focus.
She desperately called to you. Why did you abandon her, Mr. Ashwood? Why did you leave? I saw her suffer.
Enough! Brickhouse's voice cried out, and he turned to face the phone, while the thing inside laughed once more. The man began to squeeze his hands together and summon forth what aid he could against such pure ill intent. Get out of here, Scratch! Be gone from this place! Kenneth was spiraling and falling through the flames, hands outstretched to desperately grab at something, anything to stop his fall. Down below he saw the roiling fires as they consumed all, warping and twisting metal and bodies that stretched up as if to pull him in too. Something was keeping him from those grasping hands, a warmth of a different kind. Finally, new words were added once more as an older man entered the hallway, book raised in hand and voice booming out. O spirits of the divine and world, lend me your strength, so the weary may be mended. Cast back the foul predations of the wicked. Pages erupted from the book, taking shape to that of darts, and began to charge as if suctioned in a vacuum towards the phone. No, not a phone anymore. As the screen cracked in the visage of a terrible smile, whose teeth were that of resistors and chips, as impossible cables burst from the sides, dripping in black ichor that allowed it to stand like a spider. Before the pages could hit it, the monstrosity dove up and scrambled along the wall, all while the laugh carried itself on and only quieted with distance. It looked as if the thing pretending to be a spider would get away, before another man entered the hall and in one fluid motion pitched forward a blade from his hand that skewered it to the wall. Yet the thing did not cry out or struggle, and instead the cables began to fall to the ground and slither away in mockery of a serpent. You arrogant little shit! Scratch, I'm coming for you! The newcomer's voice cried out as he drew a sword from his hip and gave chase, traveling back up and out of sight, soon followed by the old man and even Brickhouse. At last Kenneth was alone and fell to his knees, cracking them on the solid cement floor, while tears ran down his face. His vision blurred so much that he didn't even see Theodore reaching out to take hold of him. Shh, it's okay. Schrade will get him, it's okay. You're not alone. Ken looked up through the haze of tears in his eyes, trying to focus on Theo and shakily reaching his hands up, as if to hold on to something desperately. At the same time, Higer had his limbs stretched to either side, as if trying to hug his cheek. "Help me, please." Kenneth didn't know it at this moment, but he had just come face to face with one of the most terrible and cruel spirits of them all. If nothing else, it would act as the catalyst to push the man into becoming who he was meant to be. It would also be the first true enemy the man had in his entire life, and a goal to strive for. This was also when Higer, the little straw doll, would swear his own oath to stand up against a thing far stronger than himself for the sake of another. And there you go. That ends chapter 2. To be a foundation for someone else. To be a foundation for others. Yeah. And welcome to the introduction to Scratch. What a piece of shit he truly is. Again, I wanted him to make sure, that people understood from the get-go that, one, malevolent spirits and demons are different, but also Scratch is completely irredeemable. He is a genuine abomination. This isn't a thing that's like, you can't ever fix Scratch. Scratch is broken. As his name implies, he is the scratch in the signal, the scratch on the disc, the thing that causes it to skip. He is not a thing you can help or save. And again, it's a small callback. It's a quick payoff, right? A little one. If you put the pieces together and realize that the werewolves were specifically talking about Scratch at the end of chapter 1. And they're talking about, he's there. But unfortunately, all the Anvak are there as well. So, and it wouldn't be a good thing to do what they're planning to do. Yeah, another thing about Scratch and the whole thing with SpiritNet is obviously Scratch is on the SpiritNet as well. And you would think immediately you need to reject everything that he says, right? Like, he only speaks in lies. Like, no, that's the problem with Scratch. Scratch will tell the truth if the truth is more damning. Right? That's the horrible nature that Scratch is. So you can't discount everything all the shitposting and everything he does on SpiritNet. You can't just cast it aside. He might genuinely be telling the truth because that would do more harm. That would cause more hunters, more people to go into the lion's den and get killed. He is an utter monster. Totally irredeemable. Welcome to who is going to be one of the longest running villains, for sure, in the series, because he'll appear in a few different books. Spoiler alert, they're not going to beat Scratch, right? I don't want them to beat the genuine Lovecraftian spirit monster in just a single book. Like, other ones, it makes more sense why they have their downfall. Scratch being what he is and with the capabilities he has, it wouldn't be as fitting to have him, fall in the first book he's introduced in. Like, he is much more of an actual, Lovecraftian threat. Now, in the meantime, though, chat, as I get Division 2 booted up, actually, I'm going to boot up Division 2, show it real quick, and then I'm going to boot up Division 1 and show you guys that. And I want to kind of show you the vibe difference. Anyways, but I wanted to ask you guys, what do you guys think of Scratch? Right? thus far, his introduction. Do you think his introduction, like, it was pulled off well? Do you think it, like, set up a good, like, this is kind of one of the monsters when they talked about, like, there are genuinely malevolent spirits out there? What do you guys think? Ooh. Think it was done well? Well, that's good to hear. I was hoping the others in the chat would also say something. You damn lurkers! No, I'm just kidding. Again, being a lurker is fine. Every little bit helps. Do they not have a guardian spirit at the base? That's going to be described because it's Mahako's shrine, right? Mahako is the guardian spirit. But spirits can't really, like... Okay, I'll explain it for you guys, but it will be explained here in the upcoming chapter. Like, the, Oh, I got a new bundle. Okay. Anyways, the spirits can't, like, bar the way for other spirits in the same way that spirits can stop, like, vampires and things happening. Mahako can't just, like, cast out Scratch. One, Scratch is genuinely powerful. Oh, I almost forgot. Yeah, I gotta show you guys this. So yeah, the entire game mode, by the way, changed. But anyways, Scratch is genuinely, like, nightmarishly powerful. He would be like an incarnation. But he doesn't... What's the way to put it? Incarnations require a heavy commitment in order to manifest themselves in the world. Scratch has already paid that price, basically. And for lack of a better word. He's in the world. He is manifest in the world itself. And that is a major problem for everyone else. Because now you have an incarnation level threat that needs to be dealt with. And with Meraxus being the way he is, he doesn't want the gods to directly, like, grab the pieces on the board. You know what I mean? Because he's seen what happens when you get into whole, like, divine conflicts. Averil was not only a, like, trial by fire. It wasn't only his crucible, but he realized that the escalation of divine conflicts is brutal. And it would cause way more harm if you keep going in this cycle. So his whole thing is, like, you can empower your followers. That's totally fine. God's giving gifts to their followers, that makes sense. But do not directly manifest yourself if you can help it. Like, do everything you can to avoid descending upon the world and having the world suffer through your existence. Alright, so anyways, I want to just come outside real quick and do, like, a quick little vibe check so you guys can see. Also, yes, I'm using a shotgun now. They're actually really fun. Yeah, so, again, vibe check, just letting you guys see the way everything looks and everything.
Perhaps you'd like to solve that riddle. A framed guardian never bears a grudge against others.
Okay.
Only a key in his back pocket to
now.
offer his sisters and brothers.
Okay, now, I'm going to switch to Division 1 and show you this. And again, like I said, this is a vibe check. I just want to show you guys. Like, I feel like Division 1's aesthetic, I like it a lot more. It feels more visceral. Well, actually, visceral is not the right word. It feels more impactful that it's during a terrible, terrible snowstorm. So you have a genuine worry of people like freezing to death. By the way, I do appreciate the fact that all of my progress from Division 1 actually did carry over to my Steam account. So, huzzah! I didn't have to, like, re-grind up a character or anything like that. No, literally all my progress was saved. That's very nice. Very nice indeed. But it was funny, because when I started Division 1 on Steam, like, it was just a constant boo-whoop, 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 boo-whoop of just achievements going. That lasted for like 5 minutes of just achievements going boo whoop, boo whoop, boo whoop, boo whoop. And I was like, oh my god, it's gonna kill me. Please, please. Especially because in Division 1, I enjoyed Division 1 so much, I 100%ed the base game. Like, every single collectible, every scrap of information, every, like, feed and echo, everything. I literally have 100% on the base. Or at least I had. But they're still making content for Division 1, which I'm shocked about.
Attention. Supply drops detected.
Okay, now. Look at this. See what I mean? This just feels more like interesting, you know? Again, as you can see, there's also more civilians, right? No. This is Division 1. I'm showing Division 1. Scanning civilian. Give medkit.
Per fortuna che c'eri tu. Non so proprio come avrei fatto.
So I'm just showing this. So I was showing this real quick just to show people, like, what Division 1 looked like compared to 2. Like I said, I just think this just feels better to me, right? Like, visually. I like this a lot more as, like, this is what the game should look like, you know? Alright. Now, again, I'll jump back to Division 1. Or, sorry, Division 2. Yeah, that was just so you guys could get a genuine vibe of, like, what Division 1 looked like. We are going to actually start the New York DLC at some point. Because I want to see what they do with the New York City, the Battle of the Bronx, and the, like, hunt for the dude that started this whole catastrophe. Oh, it spit on me. Ah, water bottle spit on me. Bastard bitch. All right. Yeah, for me, I just, I don't know. I think everything clicks more for me in Division 1. Division 2, there's a lot more... I don't know a good way to put it. it feels less cohesive. Like, it feels more like it was done to look more visually cluttered than to look as dire as the situation should be, if that makes sense. Yeah, I agree with that. So Metamorphical says, yeah, liked the art style of the first game more too. Felt like shit was taken a bit more seriously. I agree. Right? Here, things feel like they were made this way to be like visual clutter, to look visual complexity, right? That's what it looks like to me. So anyways, but yeah, the entire game changes once you beat all three factions. And then all of a sudden a paramilitary corporation just shows up out of nowhere. Private military contractor, paramilitary corp, private security firm, Black Tusk just shows up out of nowhere and retakes all three bases and now has changed the game to be dynamic. Instead it was very passive. Now, like, all of the factions actually, like, send out attacks on different control points. And you actually have to retake them, and they'll actually lock down settlements and things like that. And you have to lift the barricades and lockdowns. It's really weird. Yeah, I agree with that. It feels a bit video gamey. And I agree with that because it's like because this is now turned into this sort of system where people are retaking and conquering and fighting and like defending areas, things feel less like cohesive. This feels more video games. Like, how many hundreds of thousands of people does each of these factions have here in the city? You know what I mean? It feels less grounded now. It already didn't feel grounded before, but now it feels like incredibly less grounded. That's especially when you get into the fact that they all have, like, combat mechs and drones and shit like that, and it's just like, we're getting really weird here now. I want to try something here, actually. Oh, I never bought the flamethrower turret? Fuck, I gotta get another cash, and then I'll buy the flamethrower turret. Flamethrower turret was one of my favorite turrets in Division 1.
Since you're near Navy Hill, perhaps you'd like to solve that riddle.
No, I would not.
Never bears a grudge against others, only a key in his back pocket to offer his sisters and brothers.
Ah, damn it! I was hoping my drone moved far enough away, but no, he was in the line of sight of the kamikaze blast. Oh, oh, oh! 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 Ooh, ooh! Priority loot! You tell me priority loot, and I'm gonna go get the priority loot. I'm almost to level 40. 40 is the actual level cap. Like the full... Once you're 40, that's it. Nope. Not an openable door. Got it. So let's climb instead. Oh, no. Okay. Can't go that way. Or actually, is climbing up, can I drop down in here? No, we can shoot it. Okay. Now it's openable. Okay. Okay. Alright, what's our priority loots?
Hostile broadcast detected.
A plant. I'll take it. Alright. Back to what my game plan was. Those people thought the first game was bland and uninteresting to look at, but I always preferred the more desolate, somber style of the first. It created a serious vibe that few AAA games go for. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you 100%. Like I said, I like the story of the first game, too. I genuinely do. I felt the factions were also more believable. Like here, the factions are just constantly, like, cartoonishly evil. You know what I mean? To the point I'm like, why would anyone ever help this faction? I'm also not really a fan of this control point gameplay style. It makes sense more logically that this would be set up and everything, but it's just not like... Especially this dynamic thing where I have to constantly retake them. It doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? Because, again, the loop is the same every time. Like, the outward appearance is different, but the combat loop for a control point is the same every single time. Attack the initial guards, enemy leader shows up, kill enemy leader. Now you set off flare, enemy group shows up to retake, kill enemy group that's retaking, enemy leader shows up, kill enemy leader, then wait for these guys to show up. So you're done. I guess you can make the argument that it keeps loot. You know, you can keep getting loot the entire time, but it just feels... eh. Let me check this in comparison to this. Oh, mine's... yeah, no, it's going to be better. Yep. I forgot, it's a... mine's a yellow in comparison to what the purple. Yeah, I agree. 100%. The guys trying to continue the outbreak in a more extreme way were way more interesting than any of the factions here. It annoys me a bit that makes useless now instead of being... yeah, contain. I get what you mean. Instead of being expanded upon. Yeah, now the dollar flu, the green flu, is gone. Which is really, like, frustrating. So they didn't like carry on with the whole quarantine zone things. You have a couple, but now it's the stuff they use to contain the dollar flu, which is not as interesting. Like, actually having to explore contaminated zones, I will show you that here. Like, actually exploring a contaminated zone versus, like, all these control points. The contaminated zones were genuinely interesting. Wrong label, but Setch, please tell me, as a gunlet, what the difference between a clip and a magazine is. It's literally, as the name implies. Magazines contain things. Clips hold things, right? Like paper clips. So that's the big difference. And I know that sounds silly, but remember, old rifles and old pistols, like the C96 broom-handled Mauser, they use clips. The clips held the ends of the bullets. You then would feed the clip in and then push the bullets down the stripper clip feed. It's why you have M1 Garand is a M-Lock clip. It is not a magazine. Because it's holding the bullets, it's not containing the bullets. Magazines hold things, magazines contain things, clips hold things. Great! Black Tusk is here, too. Oh, fuck. Ugh! This is a hell of a fucking three-way battle going on here. Also, the other thing about this is the stuff doesn't feel as responsive. Like, the numbers of times I've had to hit E multiple times before my guy actually pulls out the grenades is very frustrating. Looting some stuff, then I'll call for reinforcements to take the point. Because I want to actually attack the main base here. If I knock out all three bases, then I can attack their actual proper base soon.
Reinforcements en route. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
See, now I just wait for the reinforcements to get here. Assuming they don't get intercepted by someone, which that's always frustrating when that happens. Because then you have to go out there and fight whatever they're fighting. And that can just spiral into just constant gun battles. And it's just like, oh. Please hurry the fuck up.
Agent in need of backup.
Friendly takeover in progress. Alright.
Supply room access unlocked.
It'll feel nice once I hit 40, and then I don't have to worry about gear changing as much. Because the downside while leveling is that a level 38 weapon is hopelessly outclassed by a level 39. You know what I mean? Like, orders of magnitude more powerful. I wish I kept some old ones on me. But remember when we were doing, like, you know, hey, this had 1,000 damage on it. Now look how much damage this has on it. Okay? Look how much damage my shotgun has on it. That's what I mean. Orders of magnitude more powerful. Which also doesn't feel very good because then it also means if you're not constantly upgrading your gear, because the enemies level with you more so in Division 2 than they did in Division 1, you are just, like, constantly fighting, like, bullet sponge juggernauts.
There's a significant Black Tusk presence on the island. It seems they have a biohazard team on site collecting samples. The implications of that are obviously horrifying. We need to stop them from carrying anything out of there.
It's really rare to find these guys outside the safety of their compound. So any chance we get, we have to go after them.
It's not really rare. They're constantly outside the what do you mean it's rare? They are constantly out here. Not a good set bonus for me. Like I said, it's stuff like that where they say these things and they aren't backed up by reality. Division 1 didn't have that happen near as much as Division 2 does. Like, all of these factions feel like caricatures of things. They don't feel like an actual thought-out faction. I kept that guy alive for a bit longer. Oh, wow, there's a lot more fighting going on. All right, hold on. Also, the battles don't feel like the enemy strongholds don't feel all that good.
The entire island is crawling with Black Tusk. Their team's taking samples in the northwest. Your best bet is to head up the west side and intercept them.
There'll be no hiding the gunfire. But with a bit of luck, you can get to the team before they can evac.
I see him.
Oh, bastard bitch. Okay.
I have eyes on the team collecting samples. They don't look like they're in a hurry. Good news for us. Who knows what those asshats are gonna do with the samples from the Roosevelt quarantine.
And I just don't understand why Black Tusk are here either in the story. They just suddenly showed up and are like, yes, we're the evil PMC, so you have military opponents to fight against now. And I'm just like, okay, why? Like, I don't understand why they're here. The other, in the first game, a part of the military went rogue because they felt like their leadership was incompetent. Like, it made sense. The reason they went rogue made entire sense. They are dealing at an apocalypse situation, and you feel like if leadership is bungling around and doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, well, we're going to get our hands dirty and do it ourselves. But you don't get that sense here. Like, why is Black Tusk here? What do they want? Yeah, exactly. Who hired you? What's so special about DC? Why do you want DC, of all places, now?
On your flank. Fire 'em. Need my help. Sword ahead.
That was close.
System curtailed.
Let's see how they like this.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, fuck, I hit wrong button. What?
System curtailed. System reactivated.
Alright. No, I have not played Fallout London. Yeah, again, that's why I agree with you, Anti-Boy Scout. Again, this is not like a... It's not like a strategic or economical powerhouse area. It's a purely political capital. Like it would make more sense. New York City makes more sense as a place to actually attack and try to take over. I hate to admit it, stuff like San Francisco, places that have like economic power to them, places that have like great industry. There's not a lot of great industry in DC. Get back here, don't get blown up! Ah! That's what I was afraid was going to happen. At least it's a circle.
Looks like they've left some of their samples behind. Sounds like a great opportunity to destroy those samples.
Again, without understanding what they're actually trying to accomplish here, like, all we have on Black Tusk is that they're in opposition to us. But that doesn't necessarily make them the bad guys. That's the thing. I don't understand their motivations or why they do what they do, or like what their end goal is. And then them just being opposed to us, the protagonist, doesn't make them like villains off the bat. Again, I don't know what they're doing. Especially because at the end of the game, well, at the end of the first arc, I guess, we found the cure for the new yellow fever thing, or whatever they call it, the yellow stuff, which is what they use to get rid of the dollar flu. I already have the max for that.
Viral contamination containers destroyed.
Ooh, my stomach is grumbling at me. It is hungry. Try and wait a little bit longer. Get it to be at least noon. Oh, and again, this is all that, like, Black Tusk added was, like, this stuff. And I'm like, why? Like, what is the point and purpose of these thermal blanket things? These, like, LED blanket things that they put everywhere now. It's kind of like they just threw these here. And I don't understand why. Oh shit. Well, my drone's dead, isn't it? Yep. Fuck. That was pretty good. Oh, is that 4 headshots? Headshot kills? Oh, I guess there's a guy left. Another headshot kill.
This Black Tusk team is dug in tight.
5 headshot kill, multi-kill, survivor. Nice. Whew. Easy 62 yellow powder. Yeah. Yeah. Double post, but I gotcha. Gotcha. Also, it's funny that the yellow powder actually was worse than the dollar flu, apparently. And it's just like, how did you? It's like, oh, it gets rid of the dollar flu, but it's way worse. It's like, what the? How? How did you fuck that up that bad? It's just like, haha, we wanted to make the situation way worse. Like, why? Why would you do that to yourself? Yeah, I know, right? It's like, you understand how lethal Dollar Flu was. And they're just like, yeah, but we could do better. Like, what? What are you trying to do here? Oh, but we neutralized Dollar Flu, but the situation is way worse. Like, you've not actually improved the situation at all. What the fuck? That was weird.
Vital signs critical.
Oh, God. Yeah, he actually hurt me quite badly. You know what? I'm gonna do it.
Hostiles eliminated.
Looks like the Tusks have loaded the samples into containers for transport.
Stop them, whatever it takes.
And I just want to know why. Like, why are we... Like, what do we know? What do we know that the Black Tusks are doing that makes it like they must be stopped at all costs right now? Funny how two different TC games have toxic yellow substance that are completely unrelated. Makes you retarded and violent. That's why none of the factions make sense, yeah. At least the Dollar Flu doesn't kill literally everything it comes in contact with. I know, that's the wild part, is like, we made yellow powder and it neutralized Dollar Flu. Okay, cool. How does it do that? It literally kills every biological matter it comes in contact with. I'm sorry, what? It does what? Yeah. Like, it's scorched earth. There'll be no Dollar Flu if it's, there's nothing to infect or anything. It's like, what the fuck are you thinking? I forgot, not this one. Where's the other fucking tunnel? There's another tunnel that you go into here. This caught me off guard the first time too. I'm glad they never got rid of this body. Yeah, but like super airborne, aerosolized mega bleach that like also spreads like a virus, which is, again, many questions of like, why would you do this? Just why? Oh, I did the same. The first time I came here, I did the same thing where I can't remember how to get into the appropriate tunnel required to progress. Oh, here it is. Yeah, okay. Ugh. Yeah. Like I said, it just makes me dumbfounded why they ever unleashed it. Yeah, we did it, Patrick. We saved the world. No, that's literally what Scratch's goal is. Scratch would be the one that would release something like the yellow powder. Right? That's a Scratch plan, but his whole thing is completely fucking psychotic. Ah! Rude.
Got another helo inbound. Looks like they mean business.
Oh, I got a helicopter coming inbound, but I'm going to try to get to this. Oh, fuck, I can't. This is my raft now. Oh shit, they're coming from the side. Okay, so we can actually get Black Tusk keys. Okay.
Viral contamination containers destroyed.
Get to the guns! Get to the guns! Fuck. Trying to watch my health. Alright, yep, that's a gun.
Target eliminated.
Whoa. Was that the biohazard team leader? Goddamn blue.
Okay. Right. Oh, not that one. Guess will they all be on board here? Maybe that one right there. Yeah.
Viral contamination containers destroyed.
Samples destroyed and biohazard team neutralized. Mission accomplished.
There we go. Reach level 40 with an agent. Wonder if it'll give me a new build crate. The White Death. Ooh! And I got Emelin's Guard. The White Death is Simoy Hoye's rifle, which I enjoy quite a lot. Okay. My baby. Okay. Look at that armor. Oh my god. You see that jump? You see that jump in health and armor? Holy shit. And look at that armor regen on it too. Oh my god. Oh. Oh hell. Yeah, I'll equip that. I'll fucking equip that. Yeah, heartbeat. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, look at this. The White Death. I miss the snow. Okay. Okay. You funny. You funny, motherfucker. And then here's the weird part. Okay, I'll show you guys. Because look, see? It gave me a level 28, right? This happened to all the other ones too. But look at the damage, right? Level 28. And then the level 39s. Like, this is a level 39 SMG. Level 28 gold SMG. Look at the damage. Look at the damage differences. Holy shit. That's what I mean. Orders of magnitude. Okay. What can I mod on this? Optimal range increase is good. Reload speed is always good. Tube? Yeah, rate of fire. It's less damage, but again, higher mag and it's rate of fire. It's a fucking Benelli, you know? It's a Benelli. Makes me happy. Yeah, what does it have for its side thing? If at least 6 pellets hit. Oh my god! That's brutal. What was the one we have here? That's really fucking good, though. That's brutal. What is this one? To any part of the body hit. Okay, that's not what Simoy See, he didn't use a scope at all. He used iron sights. That was what made him so dangerous in the snow. Oh my god, look at that headshot damage number. Holy fuck. that headshot. Look at that. And it's already 185%, and let's add 137% more on top of it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, I want to try it. Oh yeah, there you go. Just let you see, like, you know, we did, because those are obviously dungeon runs, right? I know. If you hit something in the head, it's gonna like vaporize it.
Intel points to Black Tusk setting up shop in the Capitol building. It's gonna be a pain if they bet in, so don't let them. Good luck.
Oh! Oh! 1.5 million damage. 1.5 million. Hold on. Holy shit! Oh my god!
You feel that?
Their fucking ancestors felt that. Oh my god! Dude! Oh my god! That is an absurd amount of damage. Holy shit! Oh, I thought he would lean back more. Oh, wait. Explosive bullets now. Hold on. I need to hit something in the head with an exploding bullet and see what happens. I think we're gonna kick down the doors to God at this point. Oh! That's a scout, one of our friendly scouts out. Oh, actually, can I give you something? Oh, I don't have any soda. Why don't I have any soda on me? I was carrying a shit ton of soda. What? I never use it. Fucking strange. God, I want to hit something so bad with an exploding bullet in the noggin and see what the fuck happens. What level of damage will that do? I'm assuming that's this location over here? Alright. Oh, it's still 1.5 million, but I guess maybe AoE. Oh, that sounded like I thought something was coming up on me. Oh my god, he survived! He survived with a magic pixel of health. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. Armor, 10% armor on kill. And look at the armor buff on that. Oh my god. We lose a lot of damage, though. Do I have a mod to fix that? No, I just critical hit chances and everything. I'm gonna hold off on it. It's 37. It's a huge increase in my armor, but I'm gonna hold off for now. Oh, we might be able to make up with it here, though. Hold on. Does this count as rifle damage as well? Headshot damage. I want to keep it. Well, we'll keep thinking on things. Okay, right. So then I would have to do... Oh. Targeted loot is now available, allowing you to focus on finding specific items in designated main missions, strongholds, and zones. Location of what you can find and where changes daily. To see an overview of the current targeted loot allocation for all missions, strongholds, and zones, press R to enable the targeted loot view. Oh! That's nice! Okay. Okay. I like it. So now I know where I'd have to go to get the stuff I actually want. Targeted loot to appear. Named enemies will guarantee a targeted loot item. Named zones and dark zones. Targeted loot can also be acquired from enemies in containers. I'm not going to go into dark zones. I've never found the PvP all that interesting in Division. Okay. In tutorial. Take the challenge and see if you've got what it takes to climb to the top of this hostile occupied skyscraper. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I'll have to figure out each one of these, like what each of these loot sets actually does, you know? Wait, is this settlement now functional? Hang on a second. Hang on, is the castle now functional? Because I didn't do anything to it yet.
identified.
Oh my god! What? Just suddenly repaired it? Like what? Okay. I wasn't expecting this. Pilot here. I feel like I've missed something. Because I didn't even, like... I never did any tasks for the castle, but now suddenly, you know, the castle's here. And functional. And I'm just like, what? How? Who? What?
Where are we headed? Georgetown. They want us to check on the Sarah post. Apparently there's been some trouble. Some trouble? That's what the major said. I asked for specifics, but she didn't have any. I'm telling you, man. Somebody better step up and get organized, or we'll be sitting here with our dicks in our hands while the city falls apart.
Ooh.
Did you hear about the riots in Bloomingdale? I've been trying to catch up on
3.3 low speed.
15 confirmed dead. God knows how many wounded. Bunch of stores looted. It's even worse in New York. I heard they quarantined all of Manhattan. That's crazy. At least they're doing something.
Boo.
Well, the National Guard's been called out. Should help some. Yeah, that's all we need. Weekend warriors handling riots with machine guns.
Alright. Well, I mean, there's one targeted set. Sound. The sound is so fucking weird. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go put some stuff in the air fryer real quick. Because I'm hungry. What? What? I just saw that as I went by and I'm like, what? What do you mean mortar? Where? Those ain't mortars, son. What? What? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. What happened? All right, I'll be right back, chat. I'll be right back. Make myself some food.
So, control point nearby.
Or Sam. Because these look like Sam emplacements. Search the air missiles. Okay. All right. Right, anyways. I need stuff. So let's go. Marksman rifles, increased loot. Actually, is there an LMG one handy? No? Support the uprising and apprehend General Anderson. That sounds interesting. All right. First off. Let's find the vendor here. Okay, vendor. Hello, doggy.
Hey, Agent, it's Wally. Jack's been picking up some strange intel on the mobile shade server. Meet me at the castle if you want to know more.
Ooh, hi. That's terrible. That's terrible. I don't want that. Look how big the magazine is. That's horrible. That's not bad. We lose headshot damage, though. That's unfortunate. Here's unfortunate Mark II, getting rid of all the stuff in my inventory. Not yellows. Hang on a second. I just remembered. I can't do yellows. And the reason why is I need to make sure that they can't be slotted in for proficiency bonus. These can, though. All this stuff can go. Okay. Right, it's all junk. Is there anything else here that would be good? No.
Hostile control point identified.
What? Didn't you tell me to come over here to the quartermaster? I guess they said meet Wally, but I don't know where Wally is. Alright, well, next vendors. Oh wait, the tinkering station's right over here. Oh, nice.
Hey, Agent, it's Wally. Jack's been picking up some strange intel on the mobile shade server. Meet me at the castle if you want to know more.
I can't believe I haven't upgraded this. Oh, we can right now. Hell yeah. Change everything to high-end bench. Sweet. Hell yeah. Now we can actually, like, all this stuff will actually be genuinely good for us to use. Perfect. We don't have any of those. Okay. That's fair. Oh, headshot damage. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, you need Habsburg guard materials. Ugh. I didn't know that. Fuck. It was nice, then it was dashed away from me. I guess we... Hang on, wait. I guess we could do this. And then maybe that'll get everything at once. And come in here. I'm going to switch up my honey badger. Okay. Equip in its place. All right, now you. Okay. Okay, it did work. All right. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. And what we have left over, right, is... Stuff that couldn't be donated, right? Okay. I guess let's break down the materials we have left. Okay, cool. Right, I'm understanding the system. I'm getting it.
Agent, we got a situation.
Slowly.
The True Sons have taken over a control point on the mall, and they've got a stolen Shade Tech cache on site. I don't know about you, but I'm a little beat up after that last track. Gone missing. I need you to head over to the National Mall, find Agent Brooks, and recover that cache.
Okay. Can do. Oh, I missed a fuck. I was gonna say, can you guys kill that a little faster?
Electronic device detected.
Oh.
Look, I am not trying to drive us into shooting war with the True Sons. Then what are you doing? Trying to maintain our independence.
Looks like the True Sons are using this control point as some kind of supply
Oops.
depot. Not many guards, but the place is locked down.
Then we need another way in. Agent, this control point is built over an underground parking lot. There should be pedestrian access to the lower levels. Look for an elevator. Got a live broadcast here, Agent. Patching you through.
This is Agent Brooks to friendly units. The True Sons have me pinned down. I require assistance.
Come here. I've got new contracts.
Oh. Guess you're just offering his bounty services. $1.7 million damage now.
Civilian forces approaching from the west.
Odessa, what's going on? We have division agents on site.
We've got a shot at taking this control point. If your operatives can help, we'd really appreciate some assistance.
Shit. All right. Agent, get to the surface and help the civilians. But watch your six. I've already had one agent put out of action in this place. Can't afford to lose another.
Okay. $1.9 million? Holy shit. I can't see shit because of the God raising bloom. Oh, fuck. Hey, proficiency level up. Nice. No, you don't. Oh, damn it. He stopped moving. Fuck.
Agent, the True Sons were guarding supplies at this control point. Could you locate and scan them?
Do I have any True Sons keys on me? Hang on a second. I do have a True Sons key. Hold on. So down below, you say, eh? Well, I'm going back down to find it. I think it might be over there. Oh, hell yeah. We're upper. We got Simoy Hoyhay's rifle, apparently. Or Hoyhay? Hoyhay? I'm sorry, it's Finnish. I don't know how to say it properly. Yeah, see? The White Death. It is how you say lots of fun. I'll wait for it to be off cooldown. Still nothing for the battery slots. I don't know what scan range will actually do for us, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, there's a foregrip on it. Don't ask questions. I do it only because it has the bonuses on it.
Detective, ammunition, firearms, organic compounds. Sounds like a nice haul you got there, Agent.
Got another group of hostiles inbound on your position.
Heads up, Agent.
Where do you see the damage when you get a headshot? Hold on. 1.682 million. Oh, fuck, I missed. Oh, fuck. Oh, what? Lame.
Incoming backup request.
Oh, I thought he was up high enough to... Oh, fuck. Think fuck you missed. Biker. Go after him, please. He's trying to keep me pinned. Oh, fuck. Oh, I missed. Again. Fuck. Well, again, damage does scale up in orders of magnitude, which is nasty. But no, this rifle in particular happened to have two bonuses that work together. So normally 185% headshot damage. Normal, this is normal. And then here, 137% additional headshot damage. So, yeah. They just, gave me both. Which, as you can see, is pretty devastating when you hit the head. Just ka-chunk. Okay. Yeah, now I can go here, back to the White House, and check the vendor, but also go to the quartermaster and get the flamethrower turret.
We need reinforcements. Agent, we got a distress call from an Agent Hoskins. Hey, Agent. Bell is ready to take you to upgrade to your tech. You should visit the quartermaster.
For access agent, Isaac must establish a connection. Click the watch in the top right of your inventory. Okay, that's not what I was expecting.
Integration protocol activated.
Unknown user detected. Subroutine access denied.
Local administrator override initiated. Administrator override complete. Encrypted subroutines detected.
Isaac has dedicated additional shade subroutines related to the offensive protocol node. In order to access these subroutines, select the offensive protocol node and begin the decryption process.
Analyzing. Decryption complete.
You now have access to the offensive protocol node. Select an offensive protocol subnode to permanently enhance your shade agent and finalize the offensive protocol decryption process. What the fuck?
Subroutine compromised.
D to spend it. No, I don't want to spend any. I don't want to spend any. Let me out of here. No. Game. Fuck you. All right.
Integration protocol activated.
Oh my god. I have to go through all that again?
Subroutine access denied.
Local administrator.
I'm going to go get my food while they're playing with each other. Be right back.
Administrator override complete. Encrypted subroutines detected.
All right, now return.
Analyzing. Decryption complete.
Critical hit chance, critical hit damage, weapon damage. Yeah, just.
Subroutine compromised.
Okay. Confirm.
Synchronization in progress.
Root directory compromised.
As you gain XP, okay.
Subroutine unlocked and synchronized.
You automatically increase your base health.
Additional encrypted subroutines detected.
Okay. I need to further enhance your agent by unlocking new protocol nodes and subroutines. Gain enough ranks to fully unlock the Shade Watch and discover the secrets within. Okay. All right. Well, that happened. Fender's group holster. Oh, baby. The reload speed buff right there it is. I'll do it. I mean, lose the headshot damage, but gain just normal, traditional damage, and oh my god, that reload speed. Reload speed's real nice. Anyways, now back to you.
Hello.
Turret. Unlock. Equip. Okay, now I need to do my gunner points. We have 30. LMG by 5%. Killing enemies against 10% armor. Okay. That's pretty fucking nice. I'm just going to do that first. Let's do that one. Okay. All right. Again, orders of magnitude damage. So much higher. It looks so goofy. It looks so goofy, but I'll equip it anyways. Equip high-end gear or above in each slot. Well, there you go.
Weekly medical checkups are compulsory. Please visit the clinic to book a time slot. Failing to comply could lead to the expulsion from the secure area.
I can do for you.
Marksman rifle. Nothing here. Okay, so just marksman's rifle. So what do I have? The SR1. There you go. Cool. Now let's check what vendor has here. Mozambique Special. That's a perfect. That's a great name for it. Oh, baby. What do we have in there now? Well, I lose armor, but LMG damage up, baby. And that's good enough for me. And equip. You. Magazine size increase. What do we have on at the moment? No, I'd lose the reload speed. That's okay.
Looking for something special?
Badger tough. Oh, okay. All right, well. Hmm.
Hostile control point detected.
That's a weird sound. Whoa, what the fuck? I can't see! So it looks like the flamethrower turret's just bad now. Whereas in Division 1, flamethrower turret was great. Actually sad. I'll have to let it cool down. I'll swap it to the normal turret. Oh, no, fuck! Hey, my Fenris group went up. Hell yeah. Man, that reload is so nice. Trying to target somebody in the spine. Cover, you dingus.
Reinforcements incoming. Detecting additional
Oh shit.
contacts.
Woo. They're nice, aren't they?
Reinforcements in place.
Oh! Good loot. Real good loot dropped.
Agent in need of backup. Supply room access unlocked.
Nice. Did they finally make the energy weapons more usable in Starship Troopers Extermination? Because the big downside to the energy weapons was they were terrible for what they were. They very short range, not much damage as you would expect, and their slow firing rate made them kind of a detriment. Fair enough.
Friendly control point nearby.
Let's make my way towards the Capitol building.
Hostiles guarding location nearby.
I can get his attention. Oh, hell yeah. First time I'm taking down one of those drones. I had one of them that just whooped my ass the moment I started fighting it. And it was like, oh, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. This will all be fun to turn in. Alright, the Air Force One crash site now, baby. Oh, nice.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Nice, I got him to blow himself up.
Reinforcements en route.
Okay. Nice.
Reinforcement complete. Supply room access unlocked.
All right, time to attack the Capitol building. I know how that sounds, you know, my particular government-assigned retard, but I'm specifically talking about Division 2. Thank you very much.
A Black Tusk transport just dropped off an officer in the plaza behind the building. From here, they look like they're in charge of the op.
Then that's your objective, Agent. Clear the site, eliminate any hostiles, and most importantly, take down that Black Tusk officer.
Yeah, sure. We'll do hard difficulty. We'll try it. Watch level upgrade. Alright, so how do I get inside? Because before they had the thing blown open because you like did like storming the Normandy beaches basically.
A Black Tusk transport just dropped off an officer in the plaza behind the building. From here, they look like they're in charge of the op.
Then that's your objective, Agent. Clear the site,
Please hold.
eliminate any hostiles, and most importantly, take down that Black Tusk officer.
Ugh. That was very distressing. I had a part of the fuck, what are they called? Part of the wrap was in one of the holes in my mouth. And it was bugging me. Still have a couple weeks, I think, until they're all filled in. I don't have to worry about them anymore. Gotta love the fucking reload speed. And that is why I like the Fenris group stuff. Okay. Targeted loot. Eck, is that my drone? Okay.
We got a lot of hostiles setting up by the southern end of the building.
Roger that. Let's get that south wing cleared.
System malfunctioning.
Oh, great.
System restored. System disrupted. System reactivated.
And we jump a little bit there. I like this spot so much, I took it for myself. Ooh. Submachine gun, that's not... It's not bad for a sub gun. Hey. Yeah, chat, remember, we're going to be watching a movie after the stream. So at 3, when we normally would watch it on Saturday, we're going to watch this other movie today. Just because I want to see it, and there's not really a time to allocate for said movie in this month. So... shit. It's the werewolf comedy movie we saw that it actually looked like it was gonna have some pretty decent comedic beats in it. Man, he got just gunned down, didn't he? Yeah, the shaky one. Zombies and Voodoo or whatever? Yeah. That one. That one unironically. Because there wasn't going to be a time to fit it in this month because we've got, obviously, Bad Guys. The Bad Guys 2 we're doing this Saturday. Then we're going to do Zootopia 1, then Zootopia 2. So yeah, so not a lot of, not a really good opportunity to do any other movies for the month, and I wanted to see it. All these fucking bright lights so I can see. Oh no. Can I not reach you to... Nope, I cannot. Sorry, buddy. I gotta disable you so I can get you back. Shame I don't have a black tusk key. You know, it is what it is. Okay, going up onto the rotunda. Oh, my eyes!
Looks like Black Tusk has equipment set up on the roof.
Then it needs to be destroyed.
System restored.
Oh no! My poor turret! Oh, it survived. Where's the Fenris group? Hell yeah! Look at the reload speed on the bolt! Oh my god! Oh fuck, he's not moving shit. Ow! The fuck? Okay.
Continue the sweep.
Well, that just happened. Alright. Hope it's good. Little indie films can be fun comedies. There was one called Dead Before Dawn where the dumb college kids start a zombie apocalypse but wrote the rules for it. Robots? 20 minutes into the future? Yeah. Yep, they got robots. That's Black Tusk. That's why the stream is titled Et2 PMC-san. For whatever reason, Black Tusk just rolled in. It changed the entire way that the game functions to where Black Tusk actually attacks, or like all the factions attack different like control points, and you have to retake them, and they'll be counterattacked and like that. So it makes it more dynamic, but it makes it more like frustrating, honestly. Like quite honestly, because taking control points sucks. It does not feel good. So I'm not exactly thrilled with, like, doing more control point stuff. But again, I like the fact that they tried something different. They wanted to, like, make it more dynamic instead of being static. So now the factions actually feel like they're doing something, but in a weird way it makes them feel less realistic. Because, like, how many people do you have in this faction, for God's sakes? Like, when does it end? Warning, no respawn zone. Oh shit, you're actually landing right here. Okay, well. Not what I actually wanted you to do. Because I was going to take over that area for more safety. I was going to do this. Mine! Yeah. And like we said, Anti-Boy Scout was already talking about it earlier. It's like, it's not like DC. DC's not like an economic or industrial powerhouse. It's just the capital. It's just the political capital. Well, we're definitely getting a bonus from him. Oh, welcome to my super... This is my special weapon. for my optimization. Okay, let me go pick up my turret. And we're done here. We whooped their ass. Woo! It's culturally significant. It's probably most valuable with the museums and the artifacts, but otherwise, we could abandon the capital of Prest. Yeah, exactly. And that's part of it, is like, we don't need DC to function. In fact, you could argue, without DC, we'd probably function better. But the point being is that, like, this isn't a strategic or tactical or anything. It's beyond just being a moral objective, right? So why is this PMC suddenly here? What do you hope to gain? Advancing invasion? No! Don't advance the invasion more! I need to go attack their main base. Don't advance it again. Bastard bitch from me from bastard.
Root directory compromised.
Subroutine unlocked and synchronized. Additional encrypted subroutines detected. Synchronization in progress.
Alright, well, here we go. Let's find out what happens. This should be unlocked now, right? Because I took out all 3 of the other bases. Oh, no, I need to take out the gatehouse facility. Which is where... I guess they want me to go here, and we'll figure out where gatehouse is. I want to do armor. That would be the obvious one. Ooh. Ooh, and a bonus. Hooray. Okay, right. I got a bunch of stuff to turn in. Well, first, I guess for this, let's do... deconstruct junk. Okay. And then come over here. Oh, that's just weapon damage. I lose a bunch of armor and health, but that's a chunky bit of weapon damage. I am tempted. Hold off for now. I need to take the what? Level 30. Oh, yeah, I forgot because we did the capital. It gives us the capital drops. See, there's the capital drops there too. Wow. Okay. Well, let's head to base. They'll probably want to brief us on the next thing, but we'll hold off there. If there's any government left, it would be in Raven Rock or something. Bad, terrible.
We need reinforcements.
Agent, we got a distress call from an Agent Hoskins. Bell is ready to take you to Brooklyn.
I ain't going to Brooklyn. Not yet. I don't know what this would give us. Okay. I guess that just unlocks the weapon force, or the item force. 'Cause that's nice. Okay. Alright. Now I need to actually come over here. And we need to do this. And this. Actually, we can just come in here, right? Okay. Come here. Here. Donate all junk. Right. We're 3 here. What's our Fenris group at? Because I saw a couple of them in the field flagged up. Where is Fenris group? There it is. 2. Okay. Yeah. Neat. We have these that we can... Oh, we can strip for parts now, yeah. Deconstruct. Hell yeah. Okay. Now more about the program. Gatehouse facility. Okay. Priority mission. Well, that's something I will do later. Oh, yeah. Claim.
Agent in need of backup.
Let's see what we get. And then we'll end the stream here. And I will get set for the movie. Yeah. Doesn't look bad. I'll accept it for now. What you got for me? Recon shirt. Weapon skin. Ugh. Alright. A mask. A special mask. Grizzly helmet. Ah, yes. The bear. I would like to be the bear. Oh. Alright. Alright, chat. I want to say thank you all so much for tuning in. It is greatly appreciated. Appreciated. Again, we're going to watch a movie after the stream over in the Discord. So feel free to join the Discord and have yourselves a good old time. Meantime, hopefully we will continue work on, obviously, the books. I'm glad you guys thought Scratch was well introduced in the book thus far, so that's good. Because, again, he's going to be a long-haul villain for quite a while. In the meantime, everyone, hope you guys take care. Have a fantastic day. Stay safe and healthy. Get fit, get ripped, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Yeah. Bye-bye for now, everyone.